Hello everyone, Neorashi here. Since I made last collection video, exactly a month and 5 days ago, I've gotten 67 books, which makes it a total of 1,808 books. So yeah, let's start this show on the road right away, because I don't want my video to be as long as last month's, which was a second short of 40 minutes. So here we go with, let's start with My Cute Little Kitten, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. No, online. I haven't even read this book. Futari Escape and Catch These Ants, the entire collection, Volume 1 through 4. I've read all 4 of them for both collection. Nei Nei Nei, only 1 volume, I've read it. Please Put Them on Takamine-san, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 2. Double Your Pleasure, there's a Twin Yuri anthology, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1. Spring Yearning, I haven't read it. When Budding Lilies Bloom, I have read it. Syrup, a Yuri anthology, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1, 2, and 4. Secret of the Princess, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. The Girl in the Arcade, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I haven't started it yet, this is the entire collection. Yuri Life, No Love, No Life, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. The Demon Girl Next Door, I've read up to Volume 3 and I have Volume 1 through 6. I Married My Female Friend, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Look Back, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. Monologue Woven for You, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie, Volume 1 through 16, I've read up to Volume 12. Marmalade Boy, Volume 1 through 5. This is a collector's edition series. This is the entire collection, yeah. I've read Volume 1 and 2. I Can't Say No to the Lonely Girl, I've read it online, but not this book. Next is Now Loading. There's only 1 volume, I've read it. The Maid I Hired The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 5. Breasts Are My Favorite Thing in the World, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 4. Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 1 through 9, the entire collection, I've read all 9 of them. The Voynich Hotel, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1, but only in French. My Lovey-Dovey Wife is a Stone Cold Killer, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 2, and I just noticed that Volume 8 is colored differently for some reason. Girlfriends, Volume 1 through 5, through these 2 big books, I have read all 5 of them. Skip and Loafer, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 6. Otaku L, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 3. Soul Life in Another World, I Wish, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 1. A Galaxy Next Door, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 3. When Will Ayumu Make His Move, Volume 1 through 14, I've read up to Volume 10. 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. Next is After Hour, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. Alter Ego, there's only 1 volume, I haven't read it yet. Teasing Master Takagi-san, Volume 1 through 17, I've read in English from 5 onwards. I've read Volume 1 through 4 in French. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 7. Yeah, I've read like 4 of them in the last month, which is quite a lot since I don't usually read that many volumes of a single manga that quickly. Anyway, Failed Princesses, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I have read all 6 of them. Oshinoko, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. How Do We Relationship, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 4. Our Teachers Are Dating, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read all 4 of them. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume only 1. Tamamo-chan's a Fox, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. Still Sick, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Next is The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 1 through 4. I've only read Volume 1. After School Bitch Trap, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read only Volume 1. This is the entire collection, by the way. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with the Demi-Human, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 2. If the RPG World had social media, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Last Round Arthurs, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. I Don't Know Which Is Love, Volume 1 and 2, I've only read Volume 1. The manga version of The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 2. And for the novel, I have Volume 1 through 9, I've also read up to Volume 2. NTR, Netsuzu Trap, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. Call of the Night, Volume 1 through, it says 14 here, but I actually have 15 somewhere, I don't remember where I put it, but I do have 15. I read up to Volume 8. Anna and Hina After School, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Even Though We're Adults, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2, sorry. Goodbye My Rose Garden, the entire collection, I've read up to I've read all 3 of them. Drugstore in Another World, The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist, Volume 1 through 8, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Next is Mieruko-chan, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 5, and I haven't read the comic anthology yet. The White Cat's Revenge as Plotted from the Dragon King's Lab, Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Oreimo, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Ero Manga Sensei, the entire collection that was officially released, I've read all 3 of them. The Tale of the Outcast, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 5. Days on Fest, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. The Golden Sheep, also the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 1. Divine Raymond, Magical Girl, Howling Moon, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Witch Life in a Micro Room, Volume 1, I've read it. The Eclair series, Blanche, Bleu, Rouge, Orange, and the colorless one, I've read the colorless and orange ones. Witch's Love at the End of the World, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Restaurant to Another World, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Konohana Kitan, Volume 1 through 12, I've read up to Volume 7 or 8, no 7. Next is Days of Love at Seagull Villa, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Next is Idle Dreams, the entire collection, since the series is currently on hiatus, I've read only Volume 1. Imperfect Girl, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Roll Over and Die, Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Otemi Games is Tough for Mobs, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 1. Futaribeya, Room for 2, the entire collection, I've read all 10 of them. In the Land of Lide, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Little Witch... Oh, no, I forgot. Who Says Warrior Can Be Babes, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've read only Volume 1. Actually, all of these is the entire collection, so yeah. Little Witch Academia, I've read all 3 of them. Sex Ed 120%, I've read only Volume 1. Strawberry Fields, once again, I've read only... I've read all 3 of them, sorry. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, I've read Volume 1 and 2. And Gudere Sohana Guerra, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Next is the French stuff for quite a bit. Cat Plus Gamer, Volume 1 through 8, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. The Apothecary's Diaries, Volume 1 through 12, I read only Volume 1. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiku, the entire collection. I haven't read these books yet, only the English version online of Volume 1 through 4. Secret Girlfriend, the entire collection, same thing, I've only read in English online. Miraculous, Ladybug and Cat Noir, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't read it yet, and I'm tempting to get rid of them and get the English version because I recently realized that the English version has been released officially. My Boy in Blue, Volume 1 through 14, I've read up to Volume 4. Next is Partner 2.0, and this one is upside down. Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Plongé dans la nuit, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Somersault Turn, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Luminous Blue, the entire collection, I've read them, both of them. Lovely Loveless Romance, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 3. Cette vie auprès de toi, Volume 1 through 4, I've read only... No, I haven't started it yet, sorry. Strawberry Love, I believe that's the English name. Volume 1, I haven't started it yet. And this, apart from like collector's edition stuff, this was my most expensive French book at $18, which is quite a lot. That's like pretty much the average price I pay for English manga. Anyway, Waiting for Spring, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Dreaming... Oh, no, I forgot this one. He Came for Learning Love, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Dreaming Sun, Volume 1 through 6, I haven't started it yet. A Whisker Away, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Corpse Party, Corpse Party Plot Covered, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister, Volume 1 through 5, I haven't started it yet. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna do a little something. It's gonna take a couple seconds. There we go. Alright. Oh, as you can see, there's a PS Vita game, only the box, and my Game Boy Advance SP. Anyway. Migratory Birds and Snail, Volume 1, I haven't started it yet. I don't know, Breath of Flowers, the entire collection, I've read both. Une si belle couleur, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Octave, the entire collection, but Volume 3 and 2 are reversed, and I've read up to Volume 2. Ao Chant Can Study, Volume 1 and 2 and 3, I haven't started it yet. Boss Bright Days, Volume 1 through 11, and 11 is upside down. I've read Volume 1 and 2. I think the name of this series is something like that, and I mean like something like that for real. Otherwise, Comme une Famille, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started it yet. Our Assorted Entanglements, Volume 1 through 6, I've read Volume 1. Adabanav, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. A Couple of Cuckoos, Volume 1 through 12, I've read Volume 1. Secrets of the Magical Stone, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I haven't started it yet. Ritu, or Moving Forward, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. Words... shit, I forgot about the name of this one. Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pops, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Witch Watch, Volume 1 through 6, I've read Volume 1. En attendant lundi, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Mon coloc est une gameuse, Volume 1 through 5, I've read only Volume 1 as well. Maudit de toi, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Sakura Saku, Volume 1 through 5, I've read Volume 1. Running Girl, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. My Neighbor Seki, Volume 1 through 10, I've read Volume 1, 2, and 3. Country Girl, I haven't started it yet. Brother for Rent, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Sao Tome, Love and Boxing, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. Pseudo Harem, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. Agent of My Heart, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Quatre Frères pour Moi, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. You Got Me Senpai, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Sweetness and Lightning, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. The Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Our Summer Love, there's only one volume, I've read it. Hug Me Please, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 1. Forgot the name of this one in English, but L'amour à l'excès, Volume 1 through 11, I've read Volume 1. My Tiny Senpai, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Keep Your Hands Off Aizuken Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started it yet. Mitsubishi Color Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. And this is one of my newer acquisition, Gushing Over Magical Girls. I didn't even know it was out in French, and I suddenly see Volume 8, so I got all 8 of them. I haven't even started the anime. But yeah, I've read Volume 1 and 2. I've up to Volume 8. Heroine for Hire, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Lost Island Alchemy, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started yet. Alright. Oh my god. We're not even halfway done. And how long is the video now? 15 minutes. Okay, I have to hurry up. Alright. Beauty and the Beast Girl, Volume 1. Well, there's only one volume, I haven't read it. I have read it, sorry. She's My Knight, there's only one volume so far. I haven't read it yet. Living Room Matsunaga-san, Volume 1 to 11, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 8. Girls Last Tour, the entire collection, I've read all 6 of them. The Magical Revolution with the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1 through 5, I've read Volume 1. Mint Chocolate, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 3. Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Fieren, Beyond Journey's End, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 4. Yeah, I'm gonna need a flashlight after all. The 2 of them are pretty much like this, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. Hello Melancholic, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Avricana Receive, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 5. Schools on Girls, the entire collection, because it's currently on hiatus. I've read up to Volume 4. Happy Kaneko's Killer Life, Volume 1 through 6, I've read, up to Volume 6. The light novel version of The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of Quiet City Life, Volume 1 through 6, I've read Volume 1. You Like Me, Don't You? So Wanna Go Out With Me? There's only one volume so far, I've read it. Adachi and Shimamura, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 8 officially, but everything otherwise. The manga version of Adachi and Shimamura, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Studio Apartment, Good Like Me, Angel Included, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. Black and White, Tough Love at the Office, there's only one volume so far, I've read it. Yuri Espoir, Volume 1 through 4, I've read all 4 of them. No, sorry, I've only read Volume 1. I don't know why I said that. I Love You So Much, I Hate You. There's only one volume, I've read it. Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. The Summer You Were There, Volume 1 through 4, I have read Volume 1 and 2. I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level, Volume 1 through 12. I've read up to Volume... up to Volume 3, so sorry. Banished from the Heroes Party, Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Alia Sometimes Hide Her Feelings in Russian, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. Chasing After Aoi Kashiba, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, light novel version, I've read up to Volume 5, but I have up to Volume 12, as you can see. I Want to Hit You Pancreas, light novel version, I've read it. The light novel version of Banished from the Heroes Party, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 2. I'm in Love with the Villainess, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. I Fell in Love with a Soapland Girl, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. The light novel version of I've Been Killing Slime for 300 Years, Volume 1 through 14, I've only read Volume 1. In the Land of Lee Days, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 2. The light novel version of Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 17, including 11.5, I read up to Volume 5. My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 4. Little Witch Academia, The Nonsensical Witch and the Country of the Fairies, I've read it. There's only one volume, by the way. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1 through 6, I've only read Volume 1. Oh, and face for a couple seconds. Sorry about that. Okay, next is gonna be my collector box, and as usual, I'm only gonna say which volume I've read, and they haven't changed since last month. So, Silent Voice up to volume 4, Quintessential Quintuplets up to volume 4, Cells at Works up to volume 1, and Wotakoi volume 1 and 2, since the first 5 books are double-sized. I married my best friend to shut my parents up. There's only one volume, I haven't read it yet. Sorry for My Familiar, volume 1 through 11. The entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. Gal Gohan, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 5. Maggie Lumiere, Magical Girls Incorporation. I haven't read it yet, there's only one volume so far. My Dress Up Darling, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume, 10. No, I've read up to volume 3, so sorry. I'm supposed to get volume 11 soon, I think. My Dress Up Darling... no, never mind, I already said that. Sweet Blue Flowers, volume 1 through 8, the entire collection through these 4 double-sized books. I've read up to... I only read volume 1 and 2. Kiss the Scars of the Girl, volume 1, I've read it. Lovesick Ellie, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. Fly Me to the Moon, volume 1 through 22, and for some reason 22 is like there. But anyway, I've read up to volume 18. My Secret Affection, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. And here's, as I said, Call of the Night, volume 15. I forgot to put it back on the shelf when I was, Anyway. The Danger is in My Heart, volume 1 through 7. I've read all 7 of them. And now you're gonna see a couple of books, and these are mainly the reason why I've gotten so many books. Because I said I got 67 books in the last month, but I've got like more than half of them within the last 9 days. So yeah, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I'm finally getting into that series, volume 1 through 11. I've read volume 1 and 2. I also have the Elma and Fafnir spin-offs, volume 1 through 5 and 2 respectively, but I haven't started them yet. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Game, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 3, up to volume 4, sorry. Sunbeams in the Sky, volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read volume 1. Whisper Me a Love Song, volume 1 through 8, I've read up to volume 4. Perfect World, volume 1 through 12, I've read up to volume 7, this is the entire collection. Superwoman in Love, volume 1 through 5, I've read up to volume 4, this is the entire collection. The light novel version of Roll Over and Die, volume 1 through 4, this is, as of now, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 2. I caught up in A Hero Summons, But the Other World Was at Peace, volume 1 through 6, I've read volume 1. Cheeky Brat, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 3. Love in Hell, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Kaguya-sama Love is War, volume 1 through 28, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 19. We Never Learned, volume 1 through 21, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 17. Comic and Communicate, volume 1 through 29, I've read up to volume 19. Okay, this is going a bit better than I had hoped, because there's 2 shelves left. Whoa. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. Am I Actually the Strongest? Volume 1 through 6, I've read volume 1 and 2. Paradise Residence, volume 0 through 3, I've read 0 and 1. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, volume 1 through 10, and honestly I think I think this company, Udon, has gave up on this series, because volume 10 has been out for almost 2 years now, and the Japanese version now has 16 volumes, so yeah, too bad, because it's a great series. Anyway, I've read up to volume 8. In the Name of the Mermaid Princess, I only took this because I saw some screenshot from Viz Facebook page. It looked interesting. I haven't started it yet. Daily Report of My Witch about My Witch Senpai, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Manga Record, Puella Magi Madoka Magica Side Story, Volume 1 through 7. I've read only Volume 1. Doomsday with My Dog, Volume 1 through 4. I haven't started it yet. Bocchi the Rock, Volume 1 and 2. I've read Volume 1. Cats and Sugar Bowls, there's only one volume. I haven't read it yet. Pompo the Cinephile, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1 and 2. Donut Under Crescent Moon, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 9. Azumanga Daioh, Volume 1 through 4. I've read all 4. I haven't started it yet, sorry. Next is I Can't Believe I Slept With You, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. Namikawa-san Won't Take a Licking, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1, 2, and 3. Please Go Home Misakutsu, Volume 1 through 5. I read up to Volume 3. Tomo-chan is a Girl, the entire collection. I've read all 8 of them. My Dear Friend Nokotan, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3. 365 Days to the Wedding. There's only one volume so far. I've read it. No Matter What You Say, Fuji-san is Scary. The entire collection. I've read all 5 of them. The Ideal Sponger Live, Volume 1 through 15. I've read only Volume 1 and 2. Kindred Spirits on the Roof, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both. And these... Okay, so... The Girl I Like Is So Handsome, Volume 1 and 2. I haven't started it yet. Count Fujiwara's Suffering, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I haven't started it yet. And The Whole Humanity Has Gone Yuri, except for me. I haven't started it yet either. Next is Inamatsuri, Volume 1 through 19, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 13. Imakoi, Now I'm in Love, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 7. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, Volume 1 through 4. I've read Volume 1. The manga version of I Am in Love with the Villainess, Volume 1 through 5. I've read Volume 1. The entire collection of Rainbow and Black, I've read all 3 of them. A Sign of Affection, Volume 1 through 6. I've read... 6 is where I got. But yeah, as you can see, I have Volume 7. Our Girl, A Clueless Girl, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 5. The Condition of Paradise trilogy. I've read all 3 of them. Puella Magi Madoka Magica, the complete omnibus edition. I've read. I haven't started it yet. Rent a Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 23. I've read up to Volume 8. Next is Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1 and 2. Yuri Is My Job, Volume 1 through 11, sorry. I've read all 11 of them. Nishiju, My Ordinary Life, Volume 1 through 10. I've read all 10 of them. By the Grace of the Gods, Volume 1 through 9. I've read up to Volume 3. K-On! The Complete Omnibus Edition. I've read it. Next is the manga version of I Want to Hate Your Pancreas, Volume 1 and 2. I have read both of them. Bloom Into You, Volume 1 through 8, the entire collection. I've read all 8 of them. The light novel version, the light novel spin-off regarding Saiki Sayaka, I've read all 3 of them. Bloom Into You Anthology, I've only read Volume 1, but online, not this book. Fractime, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. Next is the Kaze-san series, Volume 1 through 5. I've read all 5 of them. Kaze-san and Yamada, Volume 1 and 2. I haven't read Volume 2 yet. If I Could Reach You, Volume 1 through 7, the entire collection. I've read officially up to 5, but online I've read 6 and 7. The Great Jahid Will Not Be Defeated, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 2. Farewell to My Altar, there's only one volume. I haven't started it yet. Citrus, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to, all 10 of them. Citrus Plus, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. Sayonara Football, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Starcross, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Okay, next is the last shelf, and as last month, it's basically my personal recommendations. Not all of my recommendation, but like most of them. So most of them will probably not surprise you if you know me. Laid Back Camp, Volume 1 through 14 in English and Volume 1 through 12 in French. I read all 14 and up to Volume 2. Super Cub, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. Non Biori, the entire collection, I've read all 16 of them. Tadakoro-san, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them actually. And Yet You Are So Sweet, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 through 10 in English, and Volume 1 through 12 in French. In French, I've read all 12 of them, but in English, I've only read the first big book, so Volume 1 and 2. Next is My Senpai is Annoying, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 10. Next is New Game, the entire collection. I've read all 13 of them. Next is Asumi-chan is Interested in Lesbian Brothels, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 2. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, Volume 1 through 8. I've read up all 8 of them actually. Love's Inside, Volume 1 through 6. I've read all 6 of them. Vampire Dormitory, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 8. Madoka's Secret, there's only one volume. I've read it. How Do I Turn My Best Friend Into My Girlfriend, Volume 1. I've loved it so far, so that's why I'm already putting it in my personal recommendation shelf. Flying Witch, Volume 1 through 12. I've read up to Volume 10. Insomniacs After School, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 9. Ojo Jojo, Volume 1 through 4. Through, you can see Volume 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I've read the first book, so Volume 1 and 2. The light novel version of Pofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 5. And I have the manga version here, which I read up to Volume 4. Next is The Angel Next Door, Spoilers Me Rotten, Volume 1 through 6, including 5.5. I've read up to Volume 4. I Want to End This Love Game, Volume 1. I've read it, and this is another manga that I loved so much, even though I only read Volume 1, that I also put this one in my personal recommendation. The Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten manga version, I haven't started it yet, but I love the light novel so much that I'm already putting it in my recommendations. My Special One, Volume 1 through 5, I read up to Volume 4. If Witch Then Witch, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. The manga version and light novel version of Igero, After Being Rejected, I Shaved and Took in a High School Runaway, Volume 1 through 8. For the manga, I've read up to Volume 5. And for the light novel, I've read up to Volume 3, and I have the entire collection. Days with My Stepsister, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. The Girl with the Sanpaku Eye, Volume 1 through 4. I've read all 4 of them. A Condition Called Love, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 4. Happy Sugar Life, the entire collection, I've read all 10 of them. Cheerful Amnesia, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Our Wonderful Days, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Shy, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 3. Like a Butterfly, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. Touring After the Apocalypse, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3, and we're almost done. Send to Man, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Itomi-chan is Shy with Strangers, Volume 1 through 7, I've read all 7 of them. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 11. Honey Lemon Soda, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. Cross the Mountain, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. Gabriel Dropout, Volume 1 through 13, I've read up to Volume 12. And last but not least, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 1 through 15, I've read up to Volume 11. Yeah, 11. Yeah, so a bit shorter than last time, but still longer than I wish. I think I'm gonna have to rethink how I do these videos, because talking non-stop for almost 35 minutes is definitely hard for my throat. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.